the incredible shot over Dellavedova in the 2015 finals, the game winner against OKC in 2016, that incredible shot over Derek White in Game 4. Steph Curry's highlight reel is endless, but on February 10th, 2024, he nailed one that might just take the top spot.
Oh, puts up a three-pointer. Bang! Steph Curry!
That pass was insane, and the shot, even crazier. But to think that's all there was to this game would be selling it short, because this wasn't just any game, it was the best game I've ever witnessed. Sure, it wasn't a final showdown, and yeah, it was just one of the many in the grueling 82-game grind, but this game was something else. It was a clash of titans, Steph Curry versus Kevin Durant. It was Draymond's chance at redemption, but beyond the individual heroics, in a year where the Warriors' legacy was on the line, this game was a definitive test of the most dominant dynasty in modern NBA history. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one for the history books, so buckle up because we're diving into a game that's going to be remembered for ages. Heading into this match, it looked like the Warriors were on the brink of something big. Kuminga was shining bright, Draymond Green had made his return from suspension, and piece by piece, the Warriors seemed to be finally solving the puzzle. In a season where they were just outside the play-in picture, they started to catch fire, winning 5 of the last 6 outings. But let's be real, those victories came against teams not exactly in the title hunt. That's what made this clash a big deal. They were up against one of the West heavyweights, a squad boasting a formidable big three, not to mention a team on a similar hot streak, having won 5 of their last 6. And the icing on the cake? They were facing Kevin Durant. The icing on the icing? It was against the very team that had almost broken the Warriors when Draymond got suspended indefinitely for that incident with Nurkic. Could the Warriors finally smash through the barrier that had held them back all season? This game held the answer. Right off the bat, it was obvious Draymond had marked this day with a big fat highlighter. Barely minutes into the first quarter, and he was already everywhere filling up the stat sheet. And this might be an odd thing to say, but for the first few minutes, Draymond looked like he was him. But even with a hot start, the scoreboard was tight. Honestly, it felt like a Game 7, every minute dripping with tension you could practically cut with a knife. Before you knew it, however, Nurk decided it was time to shake things up, getting all up in Draymond's space, figuring he could bait him into a tech or, worse, an ejection. Couldn't catch what Nurkic was whispering here, but it was clear he was playing chess, not checkers. Klay Thompson, though, he wasn't buying what Nurkic was selling. But Nurkic kept at it, doubling down on the mind games, trying to poke the bear that is Draymond. Yet remember, Draymond's no rookie. He's a 4-time champ for a reason. With poise, he took the hits and drew the charge, proving he's way ahead of whatever game Nurkic was playing.
Draymond Green saying, no, I'm smarter than that.
Then on the other end of the court, enter the NBA's tallest 6'3" player, showcasing just how unstoppable the Warriors can be when they're firing on all cylinders and getting the crowd into it.
Steve Kerr likes to say he plays like a big man and attacks the rim.
The takeaway from the first quarter, pretty much what we all expected. The Warriors, true to their strength in numbers mantra, had 8 players on the scoreboard, while the Suns, leaning heavily on one of their big 3, Booker, kept the game within reach. As the second quarter kicked off, the early tension seemed to dissipate, making way for some top-notch basketball from both sides. This time, though, the spotlight was stolen by these 2 dudes. Kuminga was stepping up big time, proving to everyone watching that the Warriors game isn't just about the Splash Brothers anymore, that there's a new sheriff in town.
Sometimes it takes a little longer for that light to go on. This is his 3rd year, and he still has lots to improve on.
On the flip side, Durant was being Durant, effortlessly racking up points in his usual cool manner. The showdown between them was something else, each bagging 10 points for their teams, turning the game into their own personal duel. But before we dive into the third quarter, let's not skip over this moment from Gary Payton.
10 of them, only down 4. Oh, Gary Payton!
Seriously, every time I see Payton play, I can't help but wonder how he was overlooked in the draft. It's one of those, what were they thinking, mysteries of the NBA. Heading into halftime, the scoreboard read 58-59, with the Warriors holding a slim 1-point lead. This game was so epic that if the Super Bowl wasn't scheduled for the next day, I'm sure Usher himself would have been tearing it up at halftime.
Don't you got somewhere to be? Yeah.
Moving into the third quarter, it felt like we were gearing up for the co-main event of a UFC fight night. Because Steph Curry decided it was showtime. With a modest 10 points in the first half, the chef suddenly caught fire, nailing 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. One standout moment had Curry leaving Nurkic stranded on an island, wondering what just happened.
I don't like being on this island next to Steph Curry. I'm retreating now.
But the real highlight, a head-to-head with Durant. Curry played it cool, lulling KD to sleep before launching a deep three right over him. Meanwhile, Nurkic was back to his old tricks. On a play where Booker obviously fooled Draymond cursed the refs, earning him a technical. All Nurkic needed now was to push Draymond over the edge one more time to take him out of the game, so he tried to get under Draymond's skin with a too small taunt. But oh, how the tables turned. Draymond first returned the favor immediately, then flipped the script, channeling his frustration into all NBA caliber play for the rest of the game, leaving Nurkic fading into the background. As for the rest of the Suns, well, just like in the first quarter, Devin Booker was unstoppable and looked like a 2K character, doing whatever he wants whenever he wants. And just like that, we hit the final stretch in the fourth quarter, and man, it was everything we hoped for and more. The Suns' power trio of Durant, Booker, and Beal lit up the scoreboard, dropping 27 of Phoenix's 30 points this quarter. Meanwhile, the Warriors once again showcased strength in numbers, with 7 players chipping in to rack up 29 points for a well-rounded attack. But let me walk you through how this thriller wrapped up. It was the stuff of legends, guys. With just under 5 minutes left, Podziemski launched a jaw-dropping three over Nurkic, pushing the Warriors ahead by 6. The Warriors were riding high, but then Durant hit a silky smooth mid-range shot, followed by a Booker three, slicing the lead to just a single point. At this moment, it felt like the entire arena, heck, everyone behind the scenes too, was pouring their energy into the Warriors. It was like that scene from Dragon Ball where everyone's trying to power up Goku's Spirit Bomb against Frieza. Moving on. Draymond and Steph whipped out their signature two-man play, leading to a sky-high lob for Kuminga. Next up, Draymond outwitted Nurkic again, sneaking in for a layup to reclaim a 5-point lead. But Chase Center's victory cheers were premature because Booker was plotting a comeback. Draymond responded with a bucket, but Booker was relentless, trading points until the Suns edged ahead by 2 with just 3.3 seconds ticking down. Then came the moment of truth. Podziemski's pass to Curry might have seemed off target, but any tighter and Beal would have snatched it. Then Curry, tapping into that deep reserve of clutch DNA, sank a shot that'll haunt Durant in his dreams. In a heart-stopping turn, the refs nearly handed the Suns the win with a controversial foul call. But in a rare twist, the Warriors didn't get shafted by a last-second free throw drama. Imagine if it were the Lakers, huh? And for the grand finale, as the Suns looked to Durant for a miracle, Draymond clamped down, ending that hope and tossing a few choice words Durant's way for good measure. Sheesh, guys. Talk about an emotional roller coaster of a game, and what a test for the Warriors. Golden State clinched the win, but this wasn't just any victory. It was a statement win, proving that they're shoulder to shoulder with the elites. And the cherry on top? Well, Draymond Green exercised his demons. And Nurkic? Well, the man took one L after losing the game and took another L in his post-game interview where he dropped this gem.
I mean, it's sad. He didn't learn anything, man. It's just a matter of time. You're going to knock somebody else again. So take everything back what I said. You don't deserve a chance.
Here's a glimpse at what the social media universe had to say about Nurkic's comments. But to sum up the general sentiment, I think this clip nails it.